What a dooski son noodles. It's your boy YfgmBlogTv coming straight out of Cincinnati, Ohio. Now in this video, I'm going to be talking about the state of the BCS after Alabama lost in an upset loss to Auburn, the Auburn Tigers. Yes. Well, this is the rankings right now so far that I think is going to be out Monday. And this is my order. Number 1 team in the country, of course, Florida State. The number 2 team is, of course, Ohio State. The number 3 team is, of course, Auburn. The number 4 team is Alabama. And the number 5 team is Missouri. Now, we all know the reason why Florida State is number 1 because they have not lost yet. You know, and James Winston is just playing lights out football. Now, the number 2 team is Ohio State. But in my mind, I feel like Auburn should be the number 2 team because they just beat the number 1 team in the country. Okay, that was dominant pretty much this whole season. Ohio State, they beat Michigan, but Michigan is not dominant, and they ain't really played nobody. Let's just be real. The Big Ten is weak. The Big Ten is weak. They ain't really played nobody. They did play some ranked teams. The ranked teams they did play, but they wasn't even like dominant teams. The Big Ten is just sucks. But, you know, I feel like Auburn should be number 2, okay? And these last couple victories, yes, they should be number 2. Number 3, of course, is Auburn. Number 4 is Alabama. Number 5 is Missouri. Now, Alabama, I knew they wasn't going to drop back too far because, you know, this is their first loss, and pretty much, you know, they didn't lose all season, and they was dominating earlier on. Now, some say Missouri should be number 4, but it's kind of tough to say that because Alabama, the performance that they have been putting on all season, that's going to, you know, keep them where they at. Some may say that they may be number 2 because it's their first loss. Okay? But at the end of the day, somebody from the SEC should deserve to be in the national championship game, whether if it's Missouri or Auburn. I really don't feel that Ohio State should be in the national championship game for the fact that they ain't really played nobody. They didn't really beat Michigan. Now, they do play Michigan State, which has a great defense. If they can beat Michigan State, then that, you know, some people will put them in there. But I still feel like even if they beat Michigan State, they shouldn't be in there. Because if you look at the strength of schedule, who they play, they really ain't played nobody. Okay? Also, Florida State, they're going to be in there. They're going to beat Duke. They're going to be in there. But also, over the last 7 years, the SEC has won a national championship. So voters will look at that. So I think that's one of the reasons why either Auburn, if they can beat Missouri, they will be in the national championship game. And then, like I said, if you look at the Big Ten is so weak. It's been bad. Voters will look at that. Okay? And then you have to look at how the team's been playing on the field. Ohio State defense sucks. They have a good offense. Braxton Miller, I like Braxton Miller. But the defense sucks. Do you really think that this team can stand up against a Florida State or an SEC team? Especially an Auburn team or a Florida State team, like even though Florida State's not SEC, but the way they've been dominating on offense and defense, do you really think they can stand up against that? So I don't really think Ohio State should, you know, even if they win against Michigan State, they should be in the national championship game because they just haven't played anybody to me, you know. And actually, depending on what happened, Alabama may, who knows? Alabama may, well, no, because usually the winner of the SEC championship game, they're the ones that go to national championship game. Unless, probably if Ohio State lose, then it really won't matter because if Ohio State lost, Auburn would just be the number 2 team. You know, so it really don't matter. Unless Missouri beat Auburn and Ohio State lose, then Alabama can have a chance to get in the national championship. But either way it go, it's a little shaky right now. We just have to wait till next week and see what happens. I would love to see Florida State and the SEC team play because SEC has just been dominating over the years as far as winning championship. It's been Florida State hasn't been ranked number 1 since 1999. That's year 2000. That's a long damn time. This team is equipped to win a national championship. I think that they could compete with a Auburn team. Hell, they even could have competed with an Alabama team. But you guys let me know, what do you think is going to happen? Tell me, you know, how you think this is going to end, who's going to be in the national championship game. Hit me up on Twitter, hit me up on Facebook, check out my previous videos, comment, subscribe, favorite, like, share. Deuces.